downtown San Diego. MLB Network has baseball from Petco Park in the Gaslamp District.
Opening day is here as we get the new season underway with a good matchup between the Arizona Diamondbacks and the San Diego Padres. Hello again, everybody. Baseball is back. Welcome to our special opening day broadcast on MLB Network. I'm joined by Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac. The staffs for these two teams sure to be a focal point as this series moves along.
Hey, just like any team, pitching is going to be the key factor for this ball club as the year plays out. I'm sure the staff will have its ups and downs, but putting together some quality outings early in the season could do wonders for this club getting out of the gate with a good start.
The game's count starting now. Opening day on MLB Network, and it's coming up next. Charles Osborne gets the call to pitch here on opening day in front of the hometown crowd. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Well, Matt, the first thing we're going to find out is how well this guy pitches with little sleep. I can't imagine knowing that you're going to be the next day starting pitcher the night before. This is a young guy making his first start. Listen, you can only make your debut one time, so there has to be lots going on in this guy's mind. Hopefully he can settle down early and pitch well in his debut.
Tim LaCastro is in to start things off as he looks at a ball to start the inning, 1-0.
First pitch, 111.
Now the pitch. Oh, much too tardy on the fastball. 1-1. Altogether a fine afternoon for baseball. 66 degrees the game time temperature. The 1-1 is strike two swinging.
Put that in a memory bank. First time he breaks out a curveball right there, and it's a pretty good one.
Oh, and a big curveball swung on and missed, and the leadoff man is retired to start out the game. And with strike three recorded there, he's notched his first career major league strikeout.
Well, Matt, if he can become a consistent strikeout pitcher, you have to figure his career is going to end up being a solid one. All the best pitchers at this level have at least one pitch that they can go into in tough situations. So we'll see if he becomes one of those guys as his career goes along.
Nick Ahmed comes on with one gone here as he looks at a called strike one. Now a fastball that's taken close that time, but it's 1-1. And there are the umpires assigned to this one. Calling balls and strikes is Mr. Mike Fillmore.
Hey, you know, D-Roll, Mike Fillmore, he'll give a little bit off the edges, but he gets the respect not only from the pitchers, but from the...
Hit pretty well out to deep left field. And he will make the play out there, and there are two away now.
That is third.
With that, the batting order for the visiting Arizona Diamondbacks. Mark, what do you have on this lineup as they go for their first win?
Well, Matt, this goes for both lineups. They know they're dealing with a tough test in a pitcher's park, but they can't let that bother them too bad, or they'll walk out of here a 3-4 game set, 0 for 12, 0 for 15. They have to find a way to stay within themselves, line drive approach. One will carry out of here if they get it.
David Peralta is in with two away now as he looks at a called strike one.
Whew, that was some gas. Triple digits on the radar gun.
Now a flare out to left center. Price is calling for it, and that ends the inning. Diamondbacks down in order, and now the Friars will get their first chance. No score. Ready now is Connor King. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Padres, the first baseman, Connor King.
Now here's the pitch. This is on the ground over to first. Fielded cleanly. He'll take it to the bag himself, and the leadoff man is gone here to start the home first.
The right
For the moment here in downtown San Diego, we'll look at the Padres starting lineup. Hero, give us what you have on this lineup as they start a new series.
Matty, you take a look at this lineup. I find myself thinking back to my playing days when I knew I had the ace on the mound. It had to be win day, and when you get in a car to drive to the yard, you tell yourself, even though you felt bad about it, just get 2 or 3. All the pressure's on the big boy to have to execute, and he usually does. Look for this lineup to try and execute and score, manufacture 1 or 2 runs early in this one.
Lee is in now as he watches a pitch for ball 1. And that's off the plate and high. 2-0 now.
Boy, you don't see that very often out of a rookie. That's a 2-0 count, and both of those pitches were really close. This guy has a pretty good eye.
3-0 now.
I'd be shocked if this wasn't a 4-pitch walk right here. He doesn't want to mess around and leave something over the heart of the plate and get beat in this situation.
And that's over. 3-1.
Yeah, this is one of my biggest pet peeves in the game, when guys get count leverage and take fastballs. It's a game of fastballs. You calibrate everything off the heater. Surprising take right there.
The 3-1. And he missed with that one. It's ball 4. A 1-out walk here in the home first.
And that's the beauty of having a guy in the 2-hole like him.
Third.
He's almost like
The
another
third
leadoff
baseman,
hitter, working
number
a walk
18.
with just 1 out. And I think there's a good chance that he's going to be on the move at some point.
So next to bat will be Anderson. First shot for him here with a runner at first now and 1 away. From the belt, kicks and deals. And a fastball's in there for strike 1.
This is a tough guy to turn 2 on. It's got to be hit hard. If you're an infielder, you've got to catch it and get rid of it quickly.
Lee, base runner at first with 1 out. One and one.
I wonder if that call not going his way right there has anything to do with walking the last guy. We all know umpires don't give you much on the corners if you're not throwing strikes consistently.
The 1-1. And they pitch out here, but nothing's happening. Ball 2. Fastball, and looks like they're pinching him a bit here. It's 3-1.
He's having a really hard time finding his rhythm and finding the strike zone. It's going to allow this offense to keyhole him in big situations. He's got to figure it out pretty quick.
The 3-1 pitch is swung on and missed, and that's a full count now. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone.
Boy, that's really disappointing for a guy that has wheels, right? All he wants to do
Batting
is get
fourth,
on base and take
the
advantage
second baseman,
of the strength of his game,
number
which is
16.
his speed. But with a strikeout right there, you can't get on first base if you strike out.
So now to the plate, number 16. Ball 1. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. Now the 1-0.
You thank your lucky stars when you get a chance to hit behind a guy with as much speed as he has on first base. The entire defense is on guard, and you know probably there's a fastball coming.
2 out with the man at first. Hard on the ground towards short. Throw on to second for the force, and the side is retired. An inning in the books tonight, still scoreless here on MLB Network. So now here is Ketel Marte.
Leading off for Arizona, the center fielder, number 4, Ketel Marte.
Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch. Now here it comes. Slow roller down the third baseline, but this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. And that's going to be high 2-2 now.
Tough to take a pitch like that right there, especially in a 1-2 count. You almost get in that auto swing mode. Great job to work the count back to even.
Pops this one up. Number 14 over to his right, makes the play, 1 away.
Batting fifth, the first base.
So here's how the San Diego Padres are positioned defensively. And one of the main backbones for them out on the field today is the guy behind the dish. He controls the entire flow of the game, manipulates a pitching staff, gets them through the game, and not only that, completely shuts down a running game.
Into the box now, Christian Walker. High in the air out to center field. Osborne is camped under this one, and that's out number 2.
Batting sixth, the third baseman, number 5, Eduardo Escobar.
Eduardo Escobar standing in. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. As he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike.
Hey, when you're featuring a mid-90s fastball like this pitcher, attack with that pitch. Get ahead. Get the offense on their toes. That opens up the off-speed pitches later in the game.
Maybe trying to back him up a bit there with the fastball. And he takes ball 2, and it's 2-1. Still looking for our first hit in the ball game. At the knees for a called strike, and it's back to even at 2-2.
Well located fastball right there. If he can continue to do that, he'll pitch deep into this one.
And a breaking ball runs in and gets him, and I doubt there was any intent behind that.
You know, with 2 outs and nobody on, that's the last thing you want to do on the mound. That really gives the opposition some hope that they can do something with this inning.
Runner at first with 2 gone in the inning, and that'll bring in the left-handed hitting outfielder Cole Calhoun. From the stretch, and he fouls this one off. The 0-1 pitch. Waves and misses for strike number 2.
You know that nasty changeup's lurking right here. If I'm in the batter's box, I have to tell myself to stay back. I have to take pull side out of the equation, or that changeup's going to beat me.
Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. 1 left for Arizona. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. And stepping in, number 14 will take his first hacks here.
The catcher, number 14.
And the pitch. Left side, but well foul. Again, another foul ball. Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2.
Hey, the fish ain't biting there on that 0-2 breaking ball, but you got to be careful because this pitcher might throw him another one.
Here comes the 1-2. Misses for the second ball. Did well just to make contact there as he spoils off a good changeup. And strike 3 called on a fastball that looked inside from here, but that's out number 1.
Well, no preferential treatment there. Sometimes we see great hitters have their calls go their way on close pitches, but not this time. I think that was actually a good take, but on 2 strikes, anything that close can go either way.
Standing in now, Christian Osborne. He'll take a look at a pitch too low. It's ball 1. Now the 1-0 is laid off for ball 2.
2-0.
Swing and a laser off into foul territory. Sent foul again, and after being way ahead, now it's even at 2-2. Bottom of the second here with no score. And here's a changeup in there for a called 3rd strike, and that's the 2nd out of the inning.
You know what was really impressive to me about that strikeout? He fell behind 2-0 to start the at-bat. That's a pretty bad place to be, but then he kind of refocused himself and came right back with 3 quality pitches in a row to sit him down. That's not easy to do, but now his focus has to hone in on getting ahead on the next guy.
Ball 1 to start the at-bat. Lays off again, and it's 2-0.
And how about the uncommon patience for the rookie in a big spot right here? These have been some tough pitches to lay off.
Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0.
He's really going to need to keep the walks down in this start. He's in danger of walking the second guy in 2 innings here.
3-0 pitch. And he misses here for ball 4. Already 2 walks surrendered in his first couple of innings of work.
Man, you hate to give up a 2-out walk to anybody, but especially to a speed demon like him. Good chance he's running here, and good luck trying to stop him.
Digging in now for San Diego, Connor Price, man at first after the 2-out walk. Now a throw over, and he's back standing. From the stretch, here's the pitch. And a pitch out, nothing doing though, and that's ball 1. The 1-0 home is taken, strike 1.
Hey, love the confidence in that pitch right there, going right after one of the better hitters on this team, not afraid to execute.
The 1-1 home. In the dirt here. And it's not in time as he's in well ahead of the throw. And he'll make it into scoring position here with 2 away, as that'll be scored a wild pitch.
I think this all stems from the fact that they're trying to make sure the guy at the plate doesn't hurt them at all. And with that base open at first, they might opt to just put him on.
Could have been 3-1. Instead, it's 2-2. Here's the 2-2. 3-2 now.
Some pitchers fall into the trap of giving in on 3-2 because they don't want to walk the guy. But with the base open, it's not the end of the world if you do. You still need to make a quality pitch.
Here's the payoff pitch. And he misses again. Ball 4. And that's back-to-back guys now that have reached base via the base on ball.
That's a nice job to work that walk right there. Even if it doesn't lead to anything on the scoreboard this inning, it prevents the pitcher from having to lead off in the next one. Just one of those small things that might go unnoticed, but in the end, make a big difference.
Into the box, Charles Osborne. 2s all over the place. 2 on, 2 out, and of course, here in inning number 2. Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. He's set. The 0-1. Didn't quite catch the zone there. Ball 1.
One pitch shy of 40 for him right now, and he's not even out of the second inning of work. He's definitely not being as efficient on the mound as he'd like.
Ready with the 1-1. Swing and a liner. But this will get foul. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
Hey, I know it's the pitcher at the plate, but he's going to grind it out right here. He's got a chance to help himself, and nothing's a bigger backbreaker to a team than watching the pitcher drive in a run.
And this one runs in on him as he can't get his arms extended. A great pitch there, and the inning is over. Couple of walks in the inning, but nothing on the scoreboard. 2 complete, scoreless here on MLB Network. Top of the 3rd set to get underway, and that'll bring in the veteran catcher, Stephen Vogt. And now the first pitch. Fastball off the plate away for ball 1.
I love everything this pitcher's got working right now. He's got presence. He's got great body language on the mound. He's got fastball command and a nice early feel for his off-speed stuff.
2-1 after the foul ball there. Into the windup and the pitch. Fastball is looked at for strike 2.
What a well-executed fastball right there. Down and away. If you're going to do any damage with that pitch, you have to think up the middle the other way, and you have to be diving and leaning out over that thing.
Now the 3-2 pitch is swung on and missed. He got him on strikes.
Boy, there's nothing better from a pitcher standpoint than watching that high fastball, a high piece of cheese, swung at and missed. That pitch looks so inviting to hit, but it's awfully tough to put in play.
In now, Zach Gallen, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. And 2-0 as this one's taken low.
Can't fall behind against the pitcher. Need to minimize pitch count against the easy outs, and this is certainly one of them.
The 2-0. The count now at 2-1. Diamondbacks still searching for that first hit of the ball game. Lays off the changeup, and he's ahead in the count now, 3-1.
When a pitcher puts you in the proverbial rocking chair like he's doing right now, you have to take a deep breath. You can't start trying to guess along with him. Trust your fundamentals and stay on that fastball.
The 3-1. And he lays off here. It's ball 4. Man, that is really cause for concern as he's just walked the opposing pitcher.
They haven't been able to register a hit against this guy, but at least they have a base runner here. We'll see if that leads to something.
Now it'll be Tim LeCastro, struck out in his first at-bat. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. As he'll take a breaking ball too low, and it's 1-0. From the belt, kicks and deals.
Hey, that's a heck of a pitch right there. If he's able to execute with that type of velocity, fastballs up and in, I can't imagine. Not only is he going to break a ton of bats today, but he's going to open up that down and away with the soft stuff later in the game.
Called strike on the inside, and he can't believe it at the plate. It's 1-2 now.
Hey, I don't blame him for giving up on that curveball. That was a rainbow coming out of the sky. Stole a strike.
Swing and a fly ball to straightaway left. Collins will get there with ease as he puts it away for out number 2.
The bat, number 13, shortstop, Nick Ahmed.
Now to the plate, Nick Ahmed, 0 for 1 here in the early going. He's ready. Here's the first pitch. Got him reaching a bit too far after that one. It's strike 1.
Hey, usually the second time through the order, you start seeing an incorporation of some more off-speed stuff. But this guy's locating and feeling really good about his fastball. 2 back-to-back.
And it's fouled away. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Collins is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. 1 left for the Diamondbacks. Home half of the third coming up. No score.
Bounce with it, just bounce with it. Everybody wanna come, I'm announcing it. I'm always gonna get it, I'm always gonna get it. Even if it's
Bottom of the third now, and set to go is the rookie first baseman, Connor King.
The first baseman, Connor King.
And now a pitch on the way. Ball 1. First 2 pitches off the mark here. It's 2-0. Pitch on the way. On the ground to the right side. And there's 1 away.
Now batting, number 10.
Next, it'll be Lee. Worked a walk his first time up. And the pitch. He pops him up toward the left side of the infield. And there's out number 2.
Now batting, number 18.
Next, here is Anderson, struck out in his last trip to the plate.
Yeah, but it was a good changeup, Matty. Good arm action on that pitch. Look for him to try and stay back a little bit more. Let the ball get a little deeper. Don't be shocked if this pitcher tries to rush a heater right here.
Saws him off here as this ball's popped into the air. And he'll avoid the fragments out there to make the catch that ends the inning. Padres down in order. We'll head to the fourth, still scoreless. All set for the start of the fourth. And coming forward, the veteran outfielder, David Peralta.
The old adage, pitching and defense have been stellar so far. They've certainly kept both offenses in check.
First delivery to him. Still all zeros in the run column here in the fourth inning. Dan, does this continue, or does somebody score here?
I think this continues for a while, Matt. Both of these pitchers are throwing very well, throwing strikes, having good command of their off-speed pitches. This is going to be one of those low-scoring affairs.
Now an off-speed pitch gets the outside. It's a cold strike.
This guy's been throwing the ball great so far, but it's going to be tested here. 4, 5, and 6 coming up this part of the lineup.
1 ball and 2 strikes to count. Still 1 and 2 as he fouls it away. Fastball swung on and missed for the first out.
This guy is really locked in on the bump right now. He's just playing good old-fashioned hardball right now. Just rearing back and letting it go. And it seems like this lineup, they don't have an answer for anything he's bringing so far.
At the plate now, Ketel Marte. And he'll watch one miss up and away for a ball. 1-0. He's 0 for 1 thus far. The 1-0 home.
That's a ball.
Hey, always a good idea to take a couple of pitches when you're facing a young arm like this one. And now he's put himself in a real good hitter's count.
Both teams so far yet to crack the hit column. 3-0 now. Christian Walker will be next. Three balls, 1 strike to Ketel Marte. Now a big fastball, and he's well behind it with the swing.
Ooh-wee. That was some smoke right there. High fire right on by.
Now the 3-2 pitch. Fouled off. Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. Swing and a ball hard hit toward deep right. And he will run this one down. A good read off the bat for the second out.
Up next for the Diamondbacks, the first baseman, Christian Walker.
So now to the plate, Christian Walker. He flew out in his last AB. Now here's the first offering. As he gets a good curveball here to start the at-bat, it's strike 1.
You could tell by the hitter's balance after that swing that he's seeing the ball really good. His timing is right there.
We'll have to leave it there as the play is made for the third out. So 1, 2, 3 go the Diamondbacks. On to the bottom of the fourth now, still with no score. So here's the cleanup hitter, number 16, comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
Number 16.
First pitch coming, here it is. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. And that changeup makes him jump, a swing and a miss.
This guy's been really on point so far, but it's not getting any easier. He has to get through 4, 5, and 6 right here.
And he struck him out.
Well, he certainly wasn't intimidated on the mound right there. He had to stare down a really good hitter. And instead of working around the zone, he challenged him with 3 straight good pitches. I like that he didn't give his opponent too much credit.
To the plate now, number 14. Fouled away. 0 for 1, went down looking his first time up. The windup and the 0-1. No runs, no hits, no errors in the ballgame for the Padres. Swinging a ball hit on the ground.
Hey, 3 foul balls in a row right here, searching for that put away stuff.
And he'll try to hold back, but he won't be able to, as that's ruled a swing, and there are 2 away now.
Fooled him just enough with that pitch to get him to go around, according to the umpire. Sometimes it can be really tough for these big, strong guys because once they're committed to swinging, it's hard for them to slow their swings down, and that appeared to be the case there.
As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. Maybe a little jumpy there as he swings through the fastball.
With the way this guy's throwing on the mound, you cannot be chasing. You have to set your sights a little bit lower and control the strike zone.
Padres still with the big goose egg in the hit column thus far. And he'll hang in here as he reaches to foul this one away. The next 0-2 is taken for ball 1.
Hey, textbook waste pitch right there. Does he go elevated fastball again or something slow below the zone?
Had to wait back on the changeup, and he did a good job just to make contact. Swing and a liner toward the gap in left center. That gets down, and the Pod's first hit in this one is good for extra bases. And he will get in there with his first big league hit, a double. And there's probably no happier person in the ballpark. Christian Osborne has just collected his first hit in the big leagues. And as is customary, there's the ball being sent into the dugout. Someone will tuck it away for him to put in his trophy case.
Yeah, good for him, and congratulations. Listen, he's worked his entire lifetime for this moment, and he's obviously trying to play it cool right now, but you can bet inside his head, he's on top of the world.
Into the box, Brent Collins, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike 1. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. He's set. The 0-1. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. A ball and 2 strikes now. Osborne stands at second with 2 gone. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. So they can't make anything out of the 2-out double. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set for the top of the 5th.
Matt, during the commercial break, I had a chance to catch up with manager Torey Lovello about the Diamondbacks' offensive production, and he told me he's pretty unhappy with their discipline at the plate in this one. He said their pitch selection has been the main reason for their struggles today, as far too often they've been swinging at pitches outside the strike zone. That's leading to a lot of soft contact and easy outs, so the focus going forward is on shrinking the zone and forcing the opposing pitching to throw more strikes.
All right, thanks, Heidi.
The third baseman, number 5, Eduardo Escobar.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch.
Nope. Ball 1. Nope, that's a ball.
The 2-1 on its way. And he fires a fastball now for a called strike 2. Fastball called strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning.
Well, that call looked like it was a little in the pitcher's favor, but it wasn't outrageous. Hey, listen, calling balls and strikes is a really tough job, and even the best are going to miss some from time to time, especially when they're sort of borderline like that last one. Not sure the hitter would want to hear that, though.
Cole Calhoun will stand in now as he'll take a look at a curveball that misses wide for ball 1. No runs, no hits, no errors so far for the Diamondbacks. Got him out on his front foot there as it swung on and missed for strike 1. And he takes a called strike 2. Here comes the 1-2. He swung on and missed. He got him on strikes.
I always like watching pitchers that attack with their fastballs until there's a reason to start mixing it up. He hasn't needed many of his secondary pitches so far on this one, and there was another good fastball for a strikeout there.
Into the box now, Stephen Vogt. As he'll take a called strike at the knees, it's 0-1. 2 outs already on the K this inning, so he'll be looking to do better. The windup and the 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. 2 out, nobody on. And here's a fastball on 0-2, but it misses. 1-2 now. Trying to strike out the side. Here it is. Just a bit high with the fastball, but didn't get the call.
I know he missed with a fastball right there, but this guy's arsenal, you can't figure out what he's trying to do. He's got a lot of different directions he could go in right here.
The 2-2. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. Ready with another 2-2. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. Pure dominance on the mound as he strikes out the side in order. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. Welcome back for the bottom of the 5th. Here's Heidi Watney.
Matt, I talked with San Diego's manager during the inning break about the Padres' offensive production to this point. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. They've already worked out 3 walks, so he feels as though that kind of willingness to let the opposition work themselves into trouble will continue to result in good things for them on the scoreboard.
All right, thanks, Heidi. Stepping up is Connor Price as he'll dig into the left-handed batter's box.
The shortstop, Connor Price.
Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch. He'll swing and lift a ball foul off to the left and out of play. And there's ball 1. The 1-1.
That's Bolton. 3 balls, 1 strike.
And this one's going to bounce up to the plate. An easy take there, and it's 3-1 now.
It's been a great job so far by the 8-hole hitter. If he finds a way to get on base, this could spell for a huge inning.
And he fouls this one off. The 3-2 pitch. And that misses, ball 4 now. It's a leadoff walk to get the home half of the 5th underway.
Well, in a scoreless game, you want to do anything you can to jumpstart your offense. With the speed of this guy on first, don't be surprised if he gets the green light here.
Next to dig in, Charles Osborne. He went down on strikes in his last at-bat.
Yeah, he's got to put that one behind him, especially with runners in scoring position. Those punch-outs will stick with you a little longer.
And a pitch out, nothing doing though, and that's ball 1. A runner at first with no outs here. And there he goes towards second. Pitch inside the throw, and it skips in as he steals the bag easily.
You know, I like the aggressiveness there. They haven't cracked the scoreboard at this point, so it's clear they're trying to manufacture something by forcing the action. We'll see if it works out for them.
The boys still breathing as he still alive.
He's set, and the 2-0 pitch. Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0.
It's amazing how guys can lose focus sometimes when the weaker hitters come up, especially the pitchers. You got to stay on the attack and minimize pitches and get these guys out in a hurry.
A runner at second, nobody out. And a good comeback there. It's 3-1.
You maybe get 2 pitches a game where all the guesswork goes out the window. This is certainly that situation.
The 3-1. Now a ball lined toward the gap in left center. Oh, what happened? He can't make the play. Price rounds third and is digging for the plate. And a relay home. And he's going to score with ease as the throw will be too late. Well, that's his first major league hit. There might not be too many more to come considering he's a pitcher, but I'm sure that's still a pretty exciting moment for him.
Hey, listen, hits are hard to come by, Matt. I only had one in my entire 18-year career. 1 for 15, but hey, I still remember that one hit.
Stepping in now, Connor King. As he'll watch a first pitch curveball drop in there for strike 1. No hits to this point. Now the 0-1. And he lays off for ball 1.
Clearly staying away from him in this at-bat with that runner in scoring position tells me they're trying to force him to reach for something and maybe roll over on it.
Swung on, but fouled off to the left.
Lucky he got a piece right there. He was definitely late on that pitch after seeing a previous off-speed pitch.
Swung on, and he went fishing in the dirt. The throw to first is in time, 1 down.
Good pitch there, and that was a nice job by his battery mate to complete the play first after the ball hit the dirt.
At the plate, Lee, as he lays off a fastball too low for ball 1. He got under one and popped out his last time up. The set and the 1-0 pitch. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. Runner at second here with 1 man out. And a good spot for that pitch as it's chopped foul. the 2-1 home.
Well, it's a pretty well-known fact that your batting average goes up as you get into more favorable hitters counts, and that's especially true when we're talking about this kind of hitter. Not a great spot to be in if you're the pitcher.
And that misses ball 4, so it's 1st and 2nd now with only 1 away. And time will be called here as the pitching coach heads out to the mound and hopefully try and settle this guy down a bit. Next to the plate for the Padres, Anderson. First pitch on its way.
Hey, this is a left-handed hitter that can fly down the line. If they want to turn 2, they're going to have to be almost perfect.
Here comes the 1-0.
Has to be a challenge pitch coming up here. He probably doesn't want to flirt with loading the bases.
Swing and a ball yanked down the right field line. And this is going to wind up as extra bases as that'll play 1 for sure and maybe a 2nd. Now the relay home is in time, and he's cut down at the plate as they team up to gun him down. And there's probably no happier person in the ballpark. Anderson has just collected his first hit in the big leagues, and as is customary, there's the ball being sent into the dugout. Someone will tuck it away for him to put in his trophy case.
Yeah, good for him, and congratulations. Listen, he's worked his entire lifetime for this moment, and he's obviously trying to play cool right now, but you can bet inside his head, he's on top of the world.
In now, number 16. As he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Ready with the 0-1. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball.
He's already walked 2 in this inning already. This guy just can't seem to find the strike zone.
Up and in on the hands. It's 2 balls and a strike. Lee at third. Anderson on at second with 2 down. A little early, and now it's even at 2-2. Even at 2-2. The pitch. And this one gets away. Throw to the plate, and he is in there at the plate. It's now a 2-0 game.
Man, this guy's going to get a nickname with the word wild in it if he keeps this up. That's his 2nd wild pitch of the game, and this one cost him a run. Not sure if he got a cleat stuck out there or what, but this one wasn't anywhere near the zone.
Working for the punch-out and the offering.
Hey, that's just a great mix of pitches right there, and that's what this guy's going to do if he's going to keep this team off balance.
A payoff pitch one more time. He swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. Well, for better or for worse, when you seek attention, you might just get it. More opening day baseball coming up following this. Geraldo Perdomo will grab a bat and lead things off here in the top of the 6th.
Number 82, Geraldo Perdomo.
Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch as he'll take a look at ball one. And that one misses upstairs. 2-0. Too high, and it's 3-0.
Well, knowing the threat this guy poses if he gets on base, I think the next pitch should be a challenge pitch. You don't want to give guys that can run a free chance to cause havoc out there, especially the leadoff guy.
And that won't find the zone either. So speed on base
Now
here to begin the inning. It's a 4-pitch walk. Next to stand in is Tim LeCastro. It was a flyout for him in his last trip.
And with his speed, he's one of those rare guys who you'd actually like to see keep the ball on the ground. You can't beat out a fly ball in this game.
1 ball, no strikes the count. Nobody out, runner on first. And they pitch out here, but nothing's happening. Ball 2. Too tight with that one. 3-0. Nick Ahmed, who represents the possible go-ahead run here, waits in the on-deck circle. Here it comes, the 3-0. He's a heater in there for a strike. A runner at first with no outs here. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Collins will settle under it to make the play for the first out, as the runner will have to head back to first.
The batter, number 13, shortstop, Nick Ahmed.
Digging in next, Nick Ahmed. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Before the first pitch, a check at first, and he'll dive back in. Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch. Low for ball 1.
Count 1-0.
And this one's down the middle, a ball and a strike.
That's a pitch he'd like to have back. You're not going to see very many pitches like that from a pitcher of this quality. I'm sure he'd like to have that one back to take a swing at it.
Now the 1-1 pitch. And it's fouled away. Runner at first here, 1 man out. And he struck him out. Strikeout number 8 now in the ball game for him.
Well, that's just a quality pitch right there. The location was excellent because if it's put in play, there's a good chance it's on the ground for a double play. And hey, a strikeout always works too.
At the plate now, David Peralta, as he'll take a look at an off-speed pitch here that misses for ball 1. He's 0 for 2 in the ball game so far. The 1-0 home is in there for strike 1.